Hey folks, I want to talk about some of the drone stocks that I have been watching, that I have been accumulating, or that I have been holding for a long, long time. Before I go into the list, I want to talk about why we are talking about drone stocks, why we are talking about drone sector. Well, it sits in the middle of a lot of things. It sits in the middle of defense. It sits in the middle of AI sector, right? It sits in the middle of automation. It sits in the middle of logistics. I mean, think about it. Defense stocks, drones are highly involved. They can be used affordable weapons, right? Same thing with the AI software sector. Drones are one of the nice gadgets. It always pumps that bunch of automation in various industries, like you can think of farming, and a lot of other industries are starting to use drones, and they have been using drones from last 10-15 years. Logistics, you can think about delivery, food delivery, Amazon delivery, lot of deliveries, logistics. They are just moving stuff with drones nowadays. Even there are companies who are dedicated to build these type of drones that can take you from New York to Los Angeles and just like use it like Uber. All right, enough of that. Let's jump into some of the names that I'm looking at. Let me get rid of this. Okay, the very first one is DPRO, called Dragonfly, right? 2020 stocks. It was all-time high. It's 415 guys, and it has came back down all the way to $1. Can you imagine that? Losing that much amount of value. But yes, this is a very number one stock. It has been consolidating for a long time around this level here, as you can see on a daily chart. Let's look at what it's doing. It has been slowly climbing and forming this channel here. You could have been accumulating for last couple months, but let's talk about from last couple weeks. This is one of the very strong level that I really love to see, which currently it's at 8.50. If you ignore that one, then the second level below that would have been something closer to this. 6.19. It has been holding that level really well. It bounced off from that level. It bounced up another time. It bounced up another time. Then it went to this secondary level here, which can act as a support. And again, price action can bounce higher. You see that it comes to the same zone again. It has came in the same zone. There's this invisible resistance channel that it's probably forming here, or this can be looked at as a pennant. Now I hope that 852, it holds that $8.52 level here, and probably look to get some nice catalyst, nice news, and have a nice money flow coming in. That way we can play this stock up here. If it consolidates here for a couple more days, I'm completely okay with that. Let's, even if it does a little bit of pullback on this channel, I think that should be okay. Look to get into Dragonfly on a pullback. You should be okay. Or keep an eye out on a daily basis and see how's it going. Let's talk about the second stock, AVAV. Expensive stock, but I have been playing swings and making absolutely bank on this particular one. So let's look at what it's doing so far. If you look at it, it has been following this price action band here. Let's look at, it was in a downtrend. This, if you guys see, the 219.33 looks to be a super strong support that I always look for as a target for it to bounce off every time it does a pullback. In June, looks like price action was in a downtrend. It broke out of it. Couldn't really go lower than 219, making it a strong, strong support for this particular stock. Did an amazing move up all the way here to 417. Amazing, amazing move. So here, it was forming a small term apex here. I was looking at 1 hour and 4 hour. Unfortunately, it didn't go higher and it went downside. So you could have played some puts on a swing, considering you would play it on the downside until it catches some type of support. I really did not play any shorts. Well, price came back all the way down here. It started to bounce again. So I marked this level. Looks like it acted as some type of support and resistance on a lower time frames, and eventually it bounced back up. So now price did another second top here. Let's say price came here, here, and it's probably doing another second top here, correct? So Looks like price did a second double top. It's heading back down. It should catch a support here at my mark level 295. That's one thing you can look at. Look at it's catching a support and bouncing here on today, January 27. Even if it comes back all the way down here, I would still expect this price action to hold right here at 260.62. Guys, all right, let's keep moving. I played this AVAV in my Discord and I've taken the massive gains on AVAV. Feel free to join my Discord, take the swings, understand my entries and exits. All right, let's move on to the next one, LPTH. LPTH is one of the good stock I've been watching. It's cheap, it's affordable. You guys can buy the shares and hold it long term. There's nothing that can go wrong with it. It has been consolidating, well, not really, but then on a longer time frame, you can see how it pumped all the way back up here in the lately. Let's look at, okay, here for this particular stock, this was one of the level here. Pretty strong level around $6. If we got in $6, that's amazing price action. Look at this bouncing of this $6 two, three times, making it super nice, strong support level. Now you could have played some type of like a uptrend on this particular one. We didn't know where the pullback is coming. It looks like it's consolidating at its all-time high at $15.24. Price came back down here and look where it stopped, or look where it caught the support. It caught the support right here, the peak of this particular first run right here. If you see this, that is a $10.60. So price action comes around this zone here and decided to catch a support on today, which is good to see here. If you're in a swing for LPTH or if you're holding these shares, this is a good sign. I look for price action to somewhat hang around here, consolidate before it goes back higher. Even if price does a pullback, I expect it to come to this particular channel. I hope that we don't lose this particular level here around 8.72. Considering how it was a resistance level here previously, I expect it to be a support and it bounced back higher. All right, LPTH, another good name to hold long term. Let's keep moving. ONDS. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite stock. ONDS. Guys, I have been playing ONDS swings in my Discord for months and I'm absolutely making bank on it. Let me talk about this a little bit. I love this stock. I've been taking 200, 250, 300% gains on the swings here. Look what it's doing. One of the strongest level price action can bounce off here. It's my 8.9 or 8.88 level here. It looks like price action got a little bit of resistance and then it bounced right off that level. Same thing, it crossed and went back all the way down. It started to form this uptrend channel, or at least it was respecting this channel here while climbing up slowly. I didn't really play that. I was actually looking to play the breakout of this pennant here. You see this? So breakout of this pennant would be nice. Price action somewhat just hanging around into this patch here, mark band. And what does it do? It doesn't hang around, it just consolidates before it does its main move, right? So it was consolidating and I was waiting to see which direction it breaks out of. Looks like we got a green candle here on the day with a wick. I got into NDS and we played this pump all the way up to $15. Guys, this is amazing. And look where it's at. It came back all the way down to the previous high. So I'm expecting it to catch a support again. That's why I left my runners on my swings. That way, if it's still bouncing here, I will get even more gains on the next run. This is the level that we are talking about. We're talking about $11.61 on the ONDS. It's amazing. You wanna look at my sum of the swing entries and exits and percentage I got? Feel free to jump into my Discord. It's free for a week. Feel free to ask me questions on that. Let's look at, oh, UMAC. It's one of the famous name, UMAC. Unusual machines with a very nice stock here. There's a lot of channeling going on into UMAC. Don't get distracted by that. I will keep it very simple for you. On a longer vision here, from November, what it's doing is forming this pennant, right? It's forming this pennant here. It can head back down, and now it has two options. It can either go up or it can go down. But look what happened before it even finishes its complete move that it could have. It got amazing support and it decided to bounce off this level. So we're looking at 13.62. In fact, there's one level that I have marked is 12.86. I really like this level. This level particularly act as a strong support and resistance in multiple scenarios. It bounced here, it bounced here, so it acted as a support, but it has also acted as a resistance, making this particular price action, this particular price here 12.86 as a very strong level for this particular stock. We got this breakout very nicely in a Discord. Even on my smaller portfolio, I brought some of the UMAC calls, longs for a couple months out, and it's been working out very nicely. Sometimes what I do, I like to draw this type of some channels, which price action has previously touched, and then every time it breaks out of it, I like to play those breakout. So you could have got some type of entry here. You could have, I didn't really take an entry here because it was, we got a red days here. We definitely take an entry here on this particular day, and look at it, it's bouncing. So that itself will give you beautiful 60, 80, 90, 100% or even more than that. Now it's still going to, looks like it's doing a small pullback coming to my channel, and it's bouncing off here on a day again. So I hope it doesn't come back all the way back down here. But unfortunately, I'm only in the runners. I hope it goes and make another high. This is amazing stock to hold in a long term, guys. Feel free to buy that one, do some covered calls. Let's talk about my most favorite RCAT, which I left it for the very end. You guys are not gonna believe. RCAT gave me 200% on shares. Let me talk about RCAT gave me 200% on the shares, and I have been preaching, I've been repeating these stocks every single day in my Discord for everyone to get into it. And there's a particular reason for it. The way I got the bottoms on this stock is very interesting. On a daily chart, if you look at the RSI, it was right here. This is where it was most oversold. You could have got in 21 November. I've been buying from 5.90, guys. 5.90 is my entry right here. I didn't even hesitate to buy it at 5.90. It's so super cheap. You have $100, throw at it. Look what happens. I mean, it has bounced off that level here before. It's bouncing here again, and it was actually on a bigger picture look like some type of pennant, which it wasn't really respecting enough, but it got the beautiful move here, and we got an amazing breakout all the way to 18.18. Now even if it does, you say, okay, it's too late for me to get into it. Yeah, but hold, wait for it. A stock is going up, see if there's a pullback coming. Where is your target to get in on the next price target? Considering how previously it has made this high here, and I have marked my pricing on this particular stock around $15, you can expect it to act as a support level instead of resistance this time, and watch stock go further high. Exactly. If you are missing out on this type of such precise entries on this type of cheap stock and leaving 100 200% gains on options and swings, guys, you definitely need to join the Discord and join me in some of these wins here. I went from 5.9 to all the way here at $18. That's a massive, massive win here. Look at that. All right, these are some of my names that I have been absolutely loving on a drone side. If you have any questions on any of the tickers, if you have more stocks that you have been watching or wanting to play some swings, or you want to get into the some type of swing learnings, go ahead and join my Discord. It's free for a week. I will help you understand how to play this, how to do DCA, how to average down, what happens when it goes down. I will help you to manage your trades. All right, that's it for now. I will see you in the next video.